Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. Today I'm going to be talking about Lenovo Thinkpad X390. So I've actually had this laptop for quite a while and I haven't done a video on it yet because I've kind of really struggled to put something together that was meaningful. I really struggled to figure out who this laptop was for. I'm a huge Thinkpad fan. I have my X250, I have my wife's X250, I have my T25, I've given Lenovo's to most of my family members over the years, and so I was really excited to get this laptop until I got it. And I don't dislike this computer at all, don't get me wrong, it's a very nice computer, but I struggled to figure out who this was geared towards. Is it a great gaming laptop? No, it's not. Does it have amazing connectivity? It's good, it's adequate. It has a couple of USB Type-Cs, a Thunderbolt as one of them, 2 USB Type-As, headphone, HDMI. So, you know, it's not like some Ultrabooks that have just a couple of USB Type-Cs and that's all you get. But it's not all that light either, so I was hoping that it'd have a little bit more. I was hoping it'd have at least an Ethernet port, and it doesn't have a dedicated Ethernet port. It means you have to use a dongle. I was hoping it would have maybe a VGA port, because at least at my work, I don't know about you, most of our projectors still use a VGA adapter to connect to them. So that means, yet again, another dongle. I did some benchmarking on it, and the CPU is very good. It's got a 4-core Core i5 processor. This one happens to be the lowest end processor, but it's still relatively robust for work activities. It has onboard graphics, but it's also missing things like upgradable RAM. And the only storage option is an M.2 SSD, which is perfectly fine, but you get one. That's it. You can't have dual SSDs in here. So who is this meant for? Who's going to be buying this laptop? Because to be perfectly honest, it's physically bigger than my X220. So they don't sell the X200 series anymore. They've upgraded to the 13-inch, so it's bigger. You can't use any of your previous chargers, docks, or anything, so you get just the laptop and whatever dongle you decide to buy. It's nearly as big as my 14-inch laptop, and the T490 is even smaller than this. So this is based off of T470. T490, still 14-inch screen, is only about half an inch bigger width-wise, and only like a quarter of an inch bigger thickness than the X390. But it has more ports. It has an Ethernet port. It has upgradable memory, more storage options. I would struggle to recommend this laptop to somebody because a T490, you're going to spend another $100 more, maybe $150 more. And you'll get more ports. If you spend a little bit more than that, you can have the IR camera, so you can have Windows Hello, which you can do on this, but you have to spend a lot more and get a much higher screen option. You can upgrade the RAM on this. You can upgrade storage, but not the RAM. And so what is this laptop? Who's it for? It really comes down to, this is what businesses are going to buy. And they're going to buy them by the bucket full. They're going to buy thousands of these. At least the company I work for, unfortunately we switched to Dell. But if we had stuck with Lenovo, which I wish they had, this is what I would have gotten through my company. And to be perfectly honest, I'd be okay with that. This is a great laptop, especially if I'm not spending my money on it. It's got the Lenovo keyboard. The trackpad still sucks. Sorry, Lenovo, get a better trackpad. The screen on it is actually a really nice 1920 by 1080 screen, IPS screen on this one. They do have lower screen resolutions, but most companies will go with this screen option. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's the default, but it's more or less the default screen option. It's got a fingerprint sensor. Still has the nub in the center. It's a great laptop, but it's kind of expensive if you're just going out and buying one. And I like it but I would like the T490 better, I believe. I haven't had one yet, but just based off the fact that it has the same processor with upgradable memory, more ports, slightly bigger screen. It's only an inch bigger, but that makes a difference for the same resolution. And the laptop is just barely bigger, right? So you're getting just a little bit bigger laptop when you get a full inch more screen. That's the one I'd go for if I was spending my money. Plus, with the T490, you can get a dedicated graphics card, which is not even an option on this laptop. And I don't think this fits in Lenovo's current product lineup. I just don't think it does. It's too much bigger than the X250, and it's not smaller than the T490, and yet there's too many compromises. So I don't think this is what most consumers are going to buy. It's what businesses are going to buy. They're going to buy them by the bucketful, which means in a couple of years this will be a great used ThinkPad. Anyways, sorry for the short video. I was hoping to have a little bit more for you, but there just isn't anything special enough about this to really do much of a review. I mean, to change out the battery, you're going to have to remove the bottom plate, and besides the battery and the storage, that's the only thing you can replace on it. This is a use, abuse, and throw away. And that's what happens in businesses. I use my laptop for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, sometimes a lot more than that recently. And it's at the end of, when I turn it in, it will be very heavily used and be sold back to Dell. And that's what will happen to these. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section down below. I sell certs now. My affiliate links are down in the description. Feel free to click on those and help support the channel. Thank you for Lenovo for sending this to me. I do appreciate the opportunity to review this laptop. I just can't recommend this to somebody who's out searching for a laptop right now. You're better off with one of the other options for sure. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.